Hey, what's going on everybody? Alpha Investment Group here today. In today's video topic, I'm going to discuss how you can invest in Bitcoin through the stock market. As you probably know, Bitcoin has gained an immense popularity and price and value in the last few years. Now, I'm not going to take any personal stance on Bitcoin. That may be a video for another time. But one of the problems investors have with Bitcoin is the accessibility in investing through it. They either for one reason or another don't see it as easily accessible or don't trust the means and which you can invest through them. And many institutions have identified this problem, which is why there's been a lot of rumors and circulation around ETFs and different trusts that will invest in Bitcoin for you and whose value is derived from the underlying asset Bitcoin. One which I'll be talking about today is a trust that's been around for a little bit and is actually probably one of the earlier guys in the market, and that's the Bitcoin Investment Trust with the ticker GBTC. Now, there's not too much to say about this trust. It's essentially a trust that owns only Bitcoin. And therefore, as you can imagine, its value goes up and down with the value of Bitcoin. Now, why I would recommend this trust if you do choose to go this route and invest in Bitcoin is one, it provides a lot of liquidity. If you look at the data for this trust, its average volume is over 100,000 shares a day. So 100,000 shares of this trust change and exchange hands every single day on average. So therefore, it's easy for you to move in and out of these positions if you want to sell or buy more. And also, the company that runs the trust is very credible, and the management expense ratio that they charge is extremely low as well. So for these reasons, if you want to invest in Bitcoin directly through this trust that holds only Bitcoins, I would recommend GBTC, the Bitcoin Investment Trust. As you can see from the stock graph right here, it has experienced a lot of volatility, but that's obviously a given with Bitcoin. As we've just gone into 2018, there has been a lot of other companies that have been trying to implement some type of Bitcoin ETF. As you may or may not know, the SEC has approved futures on Bitcoin. So now a lot of traders are coming in there, and rather than buying Bitcoin directly as an asset, they're buying options and other derivatives in order to make money off volatility and price action in Bitcoin. Why this is important is because there are a lot of people who are pessimistic on the value of Bitcoin. They don't see it as feasible and they want to make money on the expectation of its value going down. So that being said, with the first week of 2018 just passing, there have been a few leveraged and highly concentrated ETFs focusing on Bitcoin. So there's the Bitcoin 1.25 bull fund and the Bitcoin 2x bull fund. These are essentially highly leveraged funds that are very bullish on Bitcoin, and therefore the returns you receive on Bitcoin are no longer just about the returns on the actual asset, but they're actually leveraged. So for example, a 2x bull fund goes up twice as hard as the value of Bitcoin. So if you are bullish on Bitcoin, you can make an immense amount of money, 2 times the actual amount that Bitcoin would go up. On the other end of the spectrum, there's the invoice 1x and 2x bear fund. So 1x just means it goes up or down with the value of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, this fund loses value. However, when Bitcoin goes down, because they're bearish or they're shorting Bitcoin, this fund goes up. The 2x fund is the same thing, except it moves up twice as much when Bitcoin's value goes down. So we're finally starting to see funds that take very specific stances on Bitcoin and are very leveraged and very risky in their stance on Bitcoin. Whichever decision you decide to make, notice that there are a substantial amount of risks associated with this. And I really cannot stress this enough, guys. The old and classic rule is to invest money that you can afford to lose. Please do not be one of those idiots I read about on the news that sold their house in order to invest in Bitcoin just before it dropped in value. Do not be one of those people that gambles your life savings away. Bitcoin, just like any other investment, has its risks and it also has its rewards. So again, I'm not saying don't invest in Bitcoin, I'm saying be smart with your money. So I want to keep this video very short, guys. I just want to introduce you to a couple of stances you can make on Bitcoin and the further accessibility in investing in Bitcoin or against Bitcoin that is available in the stock market today. GBTC is on the market today, and these funds are still pending approval. So thanks so much for listening, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please shoot, and I hope you guys have a good one.